brand new girl talk video. I'm matching with Miss Hello Kitty today. How cute do we both look? And I actually decided to not call these videos girl talk anymore, but to call them big sis advice videos instead, because I got a lot of comments from you guys saying, you know, I'm a boy who's watching, or I'm non-binary, I don't identify as a girl, and I want to make this a very inclusive series because everybody is welcome. So get as cozy as possible, get yourself a nice drink. I have a ginger shot because we're healthy like that. This is gonna burn like crazy and I can never open this, but yes, I'm strong, guys. Okay, cheers. I'm not gonna chug it in one go, guys. That's just not who I am. I can't do that. This one is actually really nice, guys, because it is not just ginger, it's also passion fruit, apple, and lemon. So I love this so much. Please let me know what you guys are drinking whilst watching this video and what skincare you're gonna use, because I thought it would be really nice to turn this into a little pamper session, especially because it's winter in the Netherlands where I'm from. And I don't know if you're able to tell, but my skin hasn't been the best. Like, I have all these red patches because of the cold weather, and my skin also feels really dry. So I decided to use this mugwort mask today. So if you have a nice mask as well, or maybe some eye patches or just your regular skincare routine, then let's do it together. Mugwort is a very calming ingredient, and that is exactly what I need. This helps calm down irritated skin, soften the skin texture, and also strengthens skin elasticity. And this is from a brand called Bonjour, and that makes a nice squirting sound. Oh god. I have asked you guys to send me questions on my Instagram. So if you don't follow me on there, please do, so that you can participate in things like this. I also share behind the scenes images and of course lots and lots of pics of my travels. So yeah, follow me on there, a little promo. But yeah, first question, how to overcome eating disorders. I'm underweight and struggling to gain weight. So this immediately, of course, is a very heavy topic. But I think that it's really important to discuss because so many people are struggling with this. By the way, let me use my little cinema roll mirror because otherwise this is gonna be all over the place. So when it comes to eating disorders, my first advice is always to go to a healthcare professional. So I recommend first going to your GP because eating disorders are serious problems. And as much as I would love to give you advice, I can only do so much. I'm not a professional in this field, and especially when it comes to eating disorders, you need that professional help. A lot of people can't solve that on their own. And of course, I know that you guys are all aware of this, but not eating or under eating can cause serious... Ooh, Miss Hello Kitty fell, but I can't pick her up because my hands are dirty. Serious, irreversible damage to your health. Not only physically, but also mentally. So having said that, from the knowledge that I do have, I know that eating disorders are often caused by mental problems. And very often, not all the time, I'm not overgeneralizing, but very often from what I have seen and from what I've read about, it starts because people want to have control over something. Sometimes people feel like they lose grip on their life, and this is something that they have fully in their own control, and then it starts to become a true obsession. It can also, of course, be a result of serious body image issues, like, for example, body dysmorphia, but also people that have been calling you fat, for example, for your entire life, and you just want to lose weight, but then you go overboard and go the extreme route. You know, this can have so many causes. So again, please visit your GP, because discovering the underlying issue is as important as combating the physical damage that you have done to your body. But just talking about the physical stuff, you guys might know I'm currently in a period of my life where I travel quite frequently, and I'm super grateful for that, obviously. But because I'm traveling so much, it also means that I often have to rely on airport food, and I'm like on the go all the time, so that I have to get takeout or eat at a restaurant. And when I book places like hotels that don't have a kitchen, I have to obviously eat out every single day. Besides that, I'm working out super frequently, and I'm also really stressed. This is like one of the most stressful periods of my life, and I'm trying really hard to improve that, but I'm still struggling. And that has definitely caused me to lose some weight and also lose muscle. So I completely understand what you're coming from, even though it's not like a massive weight loss or anything that's extremely detrimental for my own health. I am struggling with it a little bit. So recently I've been consciously making an effort to gain weight, especially because, like I said, I'm working out so much and I want to build that muscle mass, especially with like the new booty routine that we just started. I want to keep improving, and you can't do that if you're constantly in a calorie deficit. So one of the things that I recommend you is, I know everybody says this, but it's so true, make sure that you eat your healthy fatty acids. So please incorporate avocado in your breakfast. Try to eat lots of fish like salmon and tuna, which are amazing and also great sources of omega-3, by the way, which is something that you definitely need in your diet. Cook your vegetables in olive oil. Eat a handful of nuts before every single workout. Maybe if you don't like nuts that much, you could replace them for olives. I love olives and I snack on them all the time. They're literally the best. Also, eating foods that are high in protein is a must. Think of eggs, cottage cheese, chicken, obviously. If you're vegetarian or vegan, then lentils, quinoa, peanuts, beans, pumpkin seeds, all those kind of things are amazing. But I can understand, especially if you're struggling with an eating disorder, or if you're like me, you just have a very busy life and sometimes you forget meals, which is awful, but you know, it happens. I found a solution, and that's protein drinks. This is not sponsored or anything, but as you guys know, I'm lactose intolerant, and so recently I have been incorporating dairy into my diet because, you know, I don't want to develop an even stronger intolerance for it. So what works best for me is if I eat it here and there, and then when my stomach gets really upset, I know that I've gone too far, and so I know that I shouldn't eat dairy every single day. So what I usually go for is all pro soya or any other soy-based brand. So I got myself this chocolate flavor plant-based protein boost, and this has 50 grams of protein per pack, and that's about 10 grams per 200 milliliters. So that's amazing. So I thought, why not just drink it right now? Let's give it a little shake first. This is the first time that I'm trying it, so it's a completely fresh pack. I have no idea what this tastes like, so this is gonna be a little review. Okay. It looks like chocolate milk, and I'm not even the biggest chocolate fan, but this was the only flavor that they had in my store. Cheers. Ow. Did you guys see that? I wanted to drink and then the glass hit my teeth. I'm like so clumsy sometimes. I don't know why. Okay, cheers. Let's do it again. Okay, it's very sweet though, but if you like regular chocolate milk, this is a must because it just tastes like really good quality chocolate milk. Like, I don't even taste that this is soy based. Besides that, what really helps is trying to maintain a regular eating schedule, as hard as it sometimes can be. I recommend sticking to 3 meals a day and 2 snacks. Have a proper breakfast every single morning. This is something that I force myself to do, even at times where I'm not hungry, or even at times where I'm really busy. I force myself to have breakfast, and after breakfast I immediately feel better, because you know, it's the most important meal of the day. And you might think, oh San, like all the things you're saying are such cliches, but I'm saying them because I want to reinforce this information. This is super important. Take it from me, don't leave your house without having breakfast. And then, you know, a good well-balanced lunch, a nice healthy dinner, and then 2 snacks, and you can decide. Maybe you can have some chips, or maybe you can have some candy. That's all fine. Health is about balance after all. But if you're looking for healthy snacks, I always recommend cherry tomatoes dipped in hummus. You know, you can have crackers with turkey breast. Whatever you have as a snack, make sure that you also snack, because especially if you want to gain weight, those 3 meals are not going to be enough for you. I hope that helped. Then next question, what helps you ground yourself when you feel unsure about life? Well, it is as if you guys can read my mind, because you guys struggle with, don't keep falling, like stay up, Miss Hello Kitty. Okay, I think she's just tired. She can sleep there with her friends. It seems like you guys can read my mind, because all the things that you are struggling with are things that I'm struggling with at the moment. I feel so unsure about my life, because I constantly feel that rush, because I'm 26 and people expect so much of me. Like, I'm still in this childish bedroom with my stuffed animals, and I love it, but that's not what society expects of me. I feel like people think that when you're 26 you have your whole life figured out, and you're ready to get married, and you're in a, you know, long-term committed relationship, and you're ready to have children, and you have a lot of financial stability and security, and you also have friends, and you also go out, and you also dress well, and you look young, and you're flexible, and you work out every single day. You know, there is so much pressure, and especially in this day and age of social media, you're constantly comparing yourself to others, and it feels like everybody has their life together but you. But like you said in this question, it is really important to keep yourself grounded. And one thing that I like to constantly remind myself of is that the only thing that truly exists is the present moment. And all your sadness, all your worries, all your stress are either about the past or about the future. Because in this present moment, you can choose consciously to be content. You have to realize that the things that made you sad, that happened in the past, you cannot control those anymore, because those already happened. All the anxiety you feel for the future, all the things that you haven't accomplished yet, you know, you can't control them. You can only control the now. And so to answer your question, how do I stay grounded? It is to constantly keep reminding myself, I can change this present moment. I can consciously make an effort to make this present moment better. I am aware that I cannot change the past. I'm aware that I cannot change the future, but what I can do is be grateful for the present moment. So I've showed you guys this many times before, but the thing that keeps me really grounded in life is writing in my gratitude journal. Just every single morning and every single night, I write down things that I'm grateful for. And you know, I have to admit, sometimes I do it in this journal, but sometimes I just take my phone and write down a list like that, because it's easier or more convenient at that time. Just whatever makes you feel comfortable. It can only be like 3 things a day, really small things like, oh, today I walked my dog and he played with another super cute dog from the neighborhood, and I had a little conversation with its owner, and that made me smile. Like, super small stuff, but that makes you conscious of living in the present. I hope that helps, especially if you're feeling anxiety. How to love yourself. Okay, this is such a broad question, obviously, and I wish I had the ultimate answer for this, because I feel like, you know, this is a type of question that people search a lifetime for to find the answer, and then, you know, the answer will still be different for everybody. But for me, it's definitely trying to appreciate myself, my body, my outer shell, my inner self, my qualities, my characteristics, truly being, again, grateful for what I as a human have to offer. And again, I write down, you know, in my gratitude journal that I'm grateful for my body, my health, that I have the ability to walk and talk and breathe, and that I'm living on this beautiful planet. But if you want to take a different approach, because I've mentioned affirmations and gratitude already a lot, something that I also really like to do is have really good quality me time. And this is one form of me time, just pampering myself with a little mask. Sometimes me time can be just dancing around in my room like nobody's watching. Sometimes me time can be reading a book or relaxing whilst watching a mukbang. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you take time out of your day to be just by yourself and do something you genuinely enjoy, not something that pleases anybody else but yourself. And I feel like that allows you to love yourself more. Just spend time with yourself as if you are your own best friend. I hope that makes sense, but for me it makes a huge difference. And you guys already know I'm a huge skincare junkie, so every single day I set time aside to do a really lavish, extravagant night routine. Because at the end of the day, I'm like super tired and I'm just done with the day. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to be by myself. And then doing my 10 steps of skincare made me appreciate being with myself, and touching my skin makes me appreciate my body. You know, gently scrubbing my legs, applying body cream. It's all a moment of self-love and self-care. So I hope that helps you love yourself a little bit more. And also, as cliche as it sounds, please try to eliminate negative thoughts from your mind. When you look in the mirror, please don't say all those negative things. Sometimes for some people it can help imagining you saying that to your younger self, like to your 6-year-old self. I know for a fact that she wouldn't like to hear that she's ugly and that she's not worth it. So be a little kinder for yourself. Then I like a girl who talks to many other girls, but I like her a lot. What can I do? Be honest. If I've learned one thing in my 26 years on this planet, it's that honesty and the ability to be open and genuine with people, that can help you so much in life. If you're just constantly trying to push things away or ignore things or don't express your feelings, then you know you're not going anywhere, not in life, not in relationships. So if you like this girl, just tell her straight up that you like her, because what's the worst thing that can happen? She rejects you. Well, then at least you know and you can move on with your life. That's what I think. Like, I know it's maybe a little bit rigid, but that truly to me is the only option. And then if you tell her, you know, I like you, and she says I like you too, then you say, you know, I've noticed that you're talking to a lot of other girls, maybe we can work towards being exclusive. And you know, then you can see where it goes, and it might blossom into a beautiful relationship. And if it doesn't, then apparently it wasn't meant to be, and then somebody else will come your way that's even sweeter and even better. Last question: how do I get out of a toxic relationship? Help, please. It is so hard. Yes, girl, it's so hard to get out of it. Well, if you already think that you're in a toxic relationship, that is the first sign that you need to get out. When it comes to red flags, you know when something isn't right, and that's a gut feeling that you get in your stomach. If you ever feel unsafe with somebody, if you ever feel like, you know, you feel pressured to be there with somebody, if they are mean to you, if they scream to you, if they don't respect you in any way, shape, or form, then leave. And it is really hard to leave, especially if you're a couple of years in, even more so if you have kids or if you live together. But please remember that your health and your happiness is way more important than sticking together with somebody no matter what. So even though you might, you know, experience some financial troubles because of this, or even though you might feel like it's a shame to your family, or whatever the reason is that you're staying right now, if you're truly in a toxic relationship with a toxic person that doesn't make you happy, that causes you more harm than good, then leave. And I'm sure that your surroundings will understand. If they don't, they're not the right people to surround yourself with. and even financially you will survive. Like, it's not the end of the world. We as humans are quite adaptable. If people can survive in a jungle without food after a plane crash, yes, I've heard podcasts about stories like that. It frightens the shit out of me, but you know, then you can leave a toxic and abusive relationship, trust me. Just make sure that you always prioritize your own health, your own happiness, and know that you have my blessing, my love. And if you have any questions about this specifically, then you can always DM me, for example, on Instagram, and I try to tailor it to your own, you know, personal needs, because this is of course a very personal subject. But get out, because you're already asking this question, so that means that you must realize that it's not a good situation for you to stay in. So guys, that was it. I've got a bunch more questions for you guys, but this video is already way too long. Let's now wash off this mask. Okay guys, I just washed my face, and a little close-up shot. I don't know if you're able to tell, but it's already way better. Like, obviously I have these blemishes right here, but my skin feels so much softer, and I feel like a lot of the redness has already disappeared. Now I'm going in with the Potions Mugwort, again, Mugwort, one of my favorite ingredients, serum. I tried to get it out with my applicator, but there's only such a small amount left that it's literally impossible. So I just have to do it like this. But this is one of the best serums. And so yeah, that was the video of today. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave any big sis advice questions down below if you have any for me for the next video. And then I want to say I love you loads. See you next time. Bye bye.